Prospecting is all in your head. Hey, I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. This is Sales Hunter Podcast. And prospecting, yeah, it's all in your head. It's a mental game, and it's not the customer's head, it's your head. I'll explain because the show begins right now. Well, like I said, prospecting is all in your head, and it's amazing how much impact this has. Now, what do I mean by this? Here's the whole deal. And I've been talking about this a lot today with various clients and so forth. That's why I wanted to bring this to you right now. Here's the situation. We can have all the activities laid out, everything laid out. We can have a great cadence. We can have a great system. We can have all the great tools. But I'll tell you what, if your head is not in the right place, you're not going to be able to understand how to respond to it. Let me give you an example. I was speaking with a sales team this morning, and they were talking about a cadence they did. And one of the sales people said, hey, I got a response back. Now, what do I do with it? And it was very interesting because I was impressed because the salesperson was engaged, was motivated. He says, I'm anxious. I'm ready to call him back. Mark, I just want to talk to you real quick to figure it out. And he's game on. I talked to other salespeople, and they don't know what to do with the prospect. They're afraid to pick up the phone. They're afraid. So what they want to do is they want to rely on automation. They want to rely on tools. See, here's the situation. Prospecting and sales is a person-to-person game. And I mean game because there are games being played. And the games begin in your own mind. What do I mean by this? It very simply is your mindset going into a is going to predetermine what you're going to achieve coming out of it. And this not only applies to a sales call, but it applies to prospecting. This is why I see some salespeople be very effective on the telephone, even in voicemails, because again, it's a head game. You may have a script that you're leaving, but if mentally your mind's not there. So how do you get your head in the right place? Here's what it comes down to. First of all, you got to remember this. What is the objective of what you're doing? Your objective is to help others see and achieve what they didn't think was possible. That's what your objective is. Your objective is not to sell them. Your objective is to help them see and achieve what they didn't think was possible. But to do that, you've got to engage with them. Now, chances are of you reaching them on the first time and suddenly they say, yeah, I want to buy, not going to happen. So your objective is just to engage them and to create a next step. And when you break it down into activities, it becomes much more palatable for you. Because if you think every call has to lead to a sale, you're going to mentally mess your mind up pretty quickly. But if your mindset is, I'm going to just make X number of calls, X number of activities, whatever it might be, and the idea is just to move the customer through one step at a time. Just one step at a time. Just move one person through at a time. It changes it. The other way that you play your head game is this. Is you set yourself up to win by setting yourself early goals. Early goals. What are they? Early goals? Early goals might be by 9 a.m. I want to do this, or by 10 a.m. I want to do this. Whatever. Yourself easy goals that you know you can achieve. Why? Because it begins to help your mind thinking that you can win. Motivation creates motivation. Momentum creates momentum. I talk about it in my book, A Mind for Sales, with what I call the success wheel. And it's amazing how mindset will drive motivation, which drives momentum, which drives success, which then it just keeps going around and around and around. See, there's some very simplistic things. Another very simplistic thing is I want you to take that piece of paper, and I've talked about this before. You write down your 5 best customers, your 10 best customers. And then next to that, write down the outcomes, not the outcomes you helped them achieve, not what you sold them, but the outcomes you helped them achieve. And then you give yourself a big hug. Focus on your success. Don't wallow in your defeat. Absolutely key. Prospecting is a head game. And if your head's not screwed on straight, it will get the worst of you. I was speaking with a gentleman the other day, and he said, I'm having a hard time prospecting because my head's just not in the right place. Well, hey, at least he was obvious. At least he was willing to admit it. But he had no clue as to how to get his head in the right place. So I want you to do these 3 things. 1, set yourself easy goals that you know you can achieve. 2, create a list of the successful people you sold to. 3, create momentum with a cadence. Now, this is why I want to end with this one here. You have to be absolutely the top performing salespeople out there have a routine that they never deviate from. They stay with it. Think about this. If you're used to going out running, we'll say you get up in the morning and you go run. I'm sure there are days that you wake up in the morning and you don't want to run. I get up every morning and I lift weights and I do sit-ups and I do a series of exercises. There are mornings I'm just not. But I know if I get in the routine, and one of the best ways to get out of the head space is to have a routine, because then you just know it's just what you do time and time again. Hey, what have we been talking about? We've been talking about how prospecting is a head game. And when your head is screwed on, it's amazing how you're going to hear better. You're going to listen better. Emotionally, your language is going to come. Listen to how I'm talking right now. My emotion is coming through because I have the right headset with the prospecting. Hey, my name is Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. I want you to check out the Sales Hunter University because I got a course in there to help you. And what is the Sales Hunter podcast all about? It's about helping you with 2 episodes each week, one a short one like this, and another one a longer form interview style, where it's designed to give you insights, strategies, tactics that you can use immediately to help you sell more effectively. Because my goal, same as I have for all my customers, to help you see and achieve what you didn't think was possible. My name is Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. You've been listening to the Sales Hunter podcast.